National Hunt season came at 3:20. It was indeed the Coral Scottish Grand National, over 4 miles, worth a whopping £200,000. Plenty of support in the market for Gone to Lunch, the 15-2 favourite.
And they're off and racing for the Coral Scottish Grand National, 24 fences, and according to John Gidam, amongst those showing up prominently in company with Razor Royale and Killy Glen as they prepare to rise at the first fence. Watching the stragglers over it, Clenny Boy was one towards the rear of the field as they continue their progress on towards the second. There was a faller at the first. I think it was Present My Lord, Present My Lord is still standing towards the rear of the field as they head on towards the open ditch. I'll pick the faller up for you in a second or so. Killy Glen and Gidam with Razor Royal and according to John as they race towards the next fence. Leaders just being tracked by Dom Dorgaval. Gone to Lunch at this stage is midfield. Clenny Boy is a little bit behind the others as they continue their progress. Aurora's Encore was the horse that went at fence number 1. So Aurora's Encore it is, who's out of the race. To repeat, Present My Lord is still standing, but he's right towards the rear of the field as they race on now towards the last of the fences in the back straight for the first time. And according to John, gets it wrong and has gone. And according to John's gone, and we've also lost several there. We've also lost That's Rhythm, I think, is certainly one of those that is down as they make their progress back towards us. And also Lothian Falcon is another one who's gone. So Lothian Falcon is down as well. So we lost 3 there. Lothian Falcon was one of them. I think That's Rhythm was certainly another. And ironically, it was the other Robert Ogden horse that brought him down. That was according to John. So Killy Glen leads Razor Royal towards the first in the straight, at which they all step over. Present My Lord is towards the back. Clenny Boy is currently quite well back as well, in company as well with Maya Hab. So a long way to go. It's Killy Glen and Razor Royale who cut out the running with Idle Talk, who's made better ground at the back of the field, is Clenny Boy. Superior Wisdom is another one who is out of the race in that earlier melee. So they're racing on then towards the next fence, which is an open ditch. The loose horses, there's plenty of them as well, preceding the field, and still Clenny Boy is tailed off. So out in front, Killy Glen leading Razor Royale. Gidam and Merigo with a big white face are prominent ahead of No Panic and Himalayan Trail as the loose horse, according to John, falls at that particular fence. Chiaro made a mistake in midfield. Polka de Civila is 2/3 of the way back through them. So with plenty of loose horses, here's the roll call passing us. Killy Glen leads Gidam with 2 circuits to race. Razor Royale from Merigo, then up on the inside in 5th place is Idle Talk from No Panic and Himalayan Trail. Mina Standy is in midfield at this stage with Dom Dorgaval and Fazel. Theatrical moment in that little cluster of well-fancied horses. Chiaro's out wide on the track. They're being tracked through towards the inside by Out the Black. Gone to Lunch is racing in midfield at this stage. Lorem Leader is towards the tail of that fairly well-clustered group. Mabasha is also in touch with the others, with Scott's Dragoon. They're dolling off the last fence in the back straight. I think Lothian Falcon's rider Robert Walford is still down. So it's Gidam with Idle Talk and towards the inside Killy Glen. Then Merigo towards the outer. One that's made ground is Western Gale towards the extreme outside as they set out on their second circuit. Still towards the rear of the field, Present My Lord with Maya Hab, who's been under pressure for quite a little way. They're towards the back in company as well with Clenny Boy. So racing towards the next fence, Idle Talk took it better than Gidam. Polka de Civola's quite well back in the field at this stage, only has about 3 or 4 behind as they head on to what now I think is going to be the last on the far side. There'll be an extremely long run to the next as Merigo, Idle Talk and over Killy Glen continue to lead the field. No fallers at the last few fences, and I say they're going to be waved round what is going to be the last on the far side. So there's a long run before they encounter with a circuit to go, obviously, still after this, but what then will be a long run to the 4th last. So bunching up out in front. Idle Talk from Merigo. Killy Glen's always been there. No Panic. Gidam from Razor Royal. Mina Standy's improved into 7th with Fazel, Dom Dorgaval, Himalayan Trail nickled along. Theatrical moment from Gone to Lunch, who races on the outside of Montero, who's still there towards the inner. Chiaro is racing wide at this stage ahead of Western Gale. Then Out the Black ahead of Mabasha, Lorem Leader. Halkan Genelade from Polka de Cervola. Then Scott's Dragoon. Craiglands is next. And a gap to the other 2, Clenny Boy, as they make their journey up towards the first in the home straight, at which Killy Glen made a mistake. The back markers, well, they now include towards the back of the field Maya Hab, as they continue their progress up the home straight. Present My Lord is one that's really struggling as well towards the rear. So over in front, Merigo it was who led. Merigo out in front from Razor Royale. Killy Glen towards the inside with Idle Talk and No Panic. Towards the inside is Montero as they approach another open ditch. Again, Killy Glen made a mistake. The back of the field, Marya Harb and Present My Lord are the back two, and they are out of touch as they make their journey up towards the fence that in a circuit's time will be the last. And on this circuit, the jumping's been comparatively sound. Razor Royale it is who leads them over it. There was a mistake back in the field by Lorem Leader. So the order as they pass us with a circuit to travel in the Coral Scottish National. Razor Royale on the inside of Merigo. No Panic on the outside of Killy Glen. Meanest Dandy in fourth. Then towards the outside, Gidam from Himalayan Trail and Chiaro. Dom Dorgaval comes next. Gone to Lunch is in midfield at this stage, just tracking Montero. Theatrical Moment is going well, tracking Fazel. Then out the black, Halcon Genelade ridden along. Poker de Savola is trying to make some ground towards the inside. Then Mabasha, Idle Talk has lost a lot of ground. A couple that are continuing but well tailed off. Present My Lord is still well out the back at this stage as they turn into the back straight. Marya Hab, Scots Dragoon also towards the rear in company with Himalayan Trail who's lost ground and Western Gale. So setting out on their final circuit, only 7 left to take now it would appear as Merigo is out in front of them. Just checking whether they might jump the last down the back. The dolls appear to have been removed as they now continue their progress on towards another plain one. And out in front, Merigo from Razor Royale. Then No Panic. Gone to Lunch is making ground in company with Meanest Dandy as they took that, at which Montero was a faller and badly hampered Poker de Savola. Poker de Savola badly hampered by the faller. They are going to jump the last in the back straight, so we've got 6 left to take. And it's Merigo from Razor Royale. Over in third, No Panic. Gone to Lunch, Dom Dorgaval and Meanest Dandy. Theatrical Moment is in 7th, pulling up Gidam. Gidam is out of it towards the rear of the field. There are several that are continuing well tailed off. Scots Dragoon is one of those, and Marya Harb. So racing towards the fence that they are going to take now as Robert Wolford has made his way off the course. As out in front, it's Merigo who leads with the big white face from in second place, and jumping up well, Razor Royale. Watching the stragglers over at Theatrical Moment took it in about 7th or 8th place. So turning back towards home, it's Merigo racing on the outside of Razor Royale. Gone to Lunch and No Panic, a gap to Out the Black, who with Dom Dorgaval are 5th and 6th. Then in 7th place is Meanest Dandy as they begin the turn for home. Theatrical Moment is 8th, and then Fazel as they race now towards the 4th last. Merigo, Razor Royale, No Panic and Gone to Lunch as they take the 4th last. They're away from Out the Black. Then comes Dom Dorgaval. Behind these a long gap to Meanest Dandy. There's only 6 in with much of a chance here as they race towards the 3rd last. It's Merigo with the white face who's over in front. Gone to Lunch has moved through into 2nd place. Then No Panic towards the outside. Then towards the inside is Razor Royale. 2 out to the last ditch, and Merigo is over in front, about 6 clear from Gone to Lunch. Then No Panic in 3rd place. Dom Dorgaval tries to stay on, but Merigo is clear coming to the last in the Scottish National. Merigo from Gone to Lunch is about 8 lengths down. Merigo is over the last, clear from Gone to Lunch in 2nd place. Then No Panic and Dom Dorgaval and ridden out towards the line. Merigo is going to score. Andrew Parker, it's going to be a Scottish winner of the Scottish National. Timmy Murphy wins for the in-laws. In 2nd, Gone to Lunch. In 3rd place is No Panic, has run a mighty race, tight for 4th. Razor Royale on the inside of Dom Dorgaval. Behind these in 6th place, we have Out the Black who's going to finish. Idle Talk's the only other one who does so.
Merigo takes the Scottish Grand National under Timmy Murphy, returning at 18-1, 9 lengths back to Gone to Lunch in 2nd again, who is sent off the 15-2 favourite. 3rd, No Panic at 40-1, and 4th, Razor Royale 20-1, all 30 ran.